And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining.
And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up.
It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks, lats. Joined with my man, Mr. Big Ballin' Ben Larson with the Aviators hat. Let's go.
Oh yeah, best minor league ballpark in baseball, right?
Yeah, it did get voted by I don't know who made that vote, but I did see that it got voted best minor league ballpark, which is awesome.
It is a dope ass ballpark, especially in Vegas where it's 110 degrees and you can go chill in the pool. So
yeah, but we couldn't get in.
Well,
we tried.
We didn't buy those tickets.
Yeah, we tried.
Oh no, it was a full party that day.
Yeah,
like,
you have to buy a party because remember we walked up, we were like, "How do you get in here?" They're like, "Oh, you got to rent the whole pool out."
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I don't have 100 friends in Vegas.
It's
Not
like,
yet, at
all
least,
right,
huh?
Yeah, there we go.
It's what it is.
It is what it is. Very excited for tonight's show, man. I'm amped up. I'm pumped up. A lot of good baseball today. I said
Crazy baseball today.
I said last night on the show with Irving, I said I love today's MLB slate. Like I was absolutely in love with it. I'm 4-1 or 4-1 on bets right now. Could end the day 5-1 if this under 7.5 hits for the Giants Padres, but the Giants bullpen fucking sucks like total ass, dude. So I'm a little concerned here, Ben. Might not hit, but I mean, dude, absolutely pumped up for our show because we got a special show on deck. Because I was at Target the other week.
There we go. Yeah.
And I came across this it was like screaming my name. It was like Mountain Dew with alcohol, and I took a picture and I was like, Ben, we got to do this, dude. Like, because Ben knows he lived with me, and back when I lived with him, I was a Mountain Dew addict, dude. Like that's all I drank was Mountain Dew
all day, every day. Yeah.
So I was like, dude, we got to do this, dude. Like we have to do it.
Yeah.
Ben actually couldn't find it in the Bay Area. So
I went to like 4 different Targets where they sell it at, and nobody has Mountain Dew, hard Mountain Dew. So
I'm so bummed, dude. I'm so bummed, but he did find something else, and it's something that I haven't seen out here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's something for a good long time I had just seen advertisements for. So actually finding it was definitely stoked to get that. And I've got, Simply Lemonade. I mean, I love juice, fruit juices. And to have a spiked fruit juice coming in at 5%, like I'm down. I am down. It tastes so much better than the truly lemonades and all those. I mean, granted, I've only had a sip of the regular lemonade. I had one of the strawberry lemonades yesterday, and it's sweet still, but it's chef kiss, man, chef kiss,
dude. All their lemonades are delicious.
Dude. Oh yeah, the Simply Lemonade orange juice it's a good company to have. I even heard Martinelli's is coming out with a hard cider.
They've been like rumored to be doing it for a while, and obviously Martinelli's is out of Watsonville, where I lived for a minute, and where Cherie's family is from.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should be saying all this on on this, but
there now.
They've been talking about doing hard apple cider for a long time, dude. And
Costco sells it.
Also, they do make it.
They do make it, yeah. I haven't seen it though. It's one of those rare finds at Costco where like they'll have it for a week and then they won't have it for another month, 2 months. So
it's interesting that they don't have like the production for it though.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it would be huge.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's like anything with Costco though. Like you gotta get it right when it's there. Like the bourbon game at Costco, on point. I mean, you're talking $150, $200 bottles for like 60, $70, just because they buy it in such bulk.
Damn,
they don't have the upcharges on it.
Ben's putting us on game here.
Oh man, that's where I get my Bookers.
Well, there's like
I got six boxes of Bookers back there.
There's this TikToker that he has like it's like Kirkland, and he compares like Kirkland brand alcohol to like other brands and stuff. And supposedly like the Kirkland whiskey is
Kirkland brand whiskey.
What is it? What do you compare it to?
So it's actually made by 1792. So it's a very, big name distiller. So this is the small batch, coming in at 92 proof. So it's nothing that's overly proofed, but I mean, 1792 is a very good bottle of
whiskey,
bourbon. And it's too low. I'm gonna drop it and break things.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you get a bottle of 1792, it's coming in at, $40-$50. This was a $19 bottle of bourbon.
Unbelievable.
So just the Costco brand really saves. I mean, you get the tequila, it's Sauza. It's the higher level Sauzas. You get the vodka, it's Grey Goose distilled one last time. Like, it's good quality alcohol, just at a much lower price and a step down from what the actual distiller sells theirs at, because they have to make theirs a little bit better. But I mean, it's good quality stuff and cheap.
Interesting.
Yep.
Like it. I always see the Kirkland Crown Royal. That looks like Crown Royal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they got that.
They got a Canadian whiskey. They do it. It could very well be Crown. That's just like filtered one last time.
Yep.
You never know.
I do have to mention we are being brought to you by Devour. Make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. You cannot find either of these drinks on Devour, I promise you, but you can find good craft beer delivered straight to your front door. A lot of what Ben and I do drink on Sundays, you can find on there. So make sure to go there, use promo code Taproom. That's $10 off. It's basically 2 free 12, 16-ounce beers, depending on what size you get. Basically, two free.
They got all your different types of beers. They got ciders. They got meads. They got everything on there that you can brew. Sours, darks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yep. It's good stuff.
Pumped up for tonight though, Ben, because man, Major League Baseball is getting great.
Yep. Today's slate was good. I mean, tomorrow's slate's good. We had big news coming out today.
We do have breaking news.
Like we go.
That hit right before the show. Roch Kabatko. Sorry if I butchered your name, dude. I want to get it right. Roch Kabatko, from MASN. He covers the Orioles. He just tweeted out right before we went on that Gunnar Henderson, MLB's #1 prospect, basically on Baseball America, MLB.com, #1 prospect, Gunnar Henderson, and DL Hall, another top 15 prospect, are on their way to Cleveland to join the Orioles tomorrow for tomorrow's game. And this is it's interesting to me because I was actually just texting with Irvin earlier, and he was like, "Man, like what the fuck's wrong with the Orioles? They lose 5-1 today against the Guardians, and Spencer Watkins was perfect in the first 3 innings, and then kind of just fell apart in the 4th inning." And I told him, man, I was like, look, like they just took 2 or 3 from the Astros, they took 2 or 3 from the White Sox, but honestly, in those games, they were not the best team, and the Astros couldn't hit very well. Like the Orioles starting pitching, Kyle Bradish, Dean Kramer, Austin Voth in the Astros series did spectacular. Yeah. Right, Jordan Lyles in the White Sox series he pitched well, and but you can't rely on that. You can't rely on those guys to pitch 0-run baseball for continuously and win 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 games. Like you can't rely on that shit.
Yeah,
especially against a team like the Guardians.
Yeah, and I think you need that those bats to come forward. I mean, they had one hit today. You're not going to win a game with one hit.
Sure.
You know, even if it's, you know, a 2-run shot because you had a guy who walked on, like you're not gonna win a game with one hit. So you got to get those bats to, you know, really wake up and give your pitcher something to work with. And, you know, that didn't happen today. It didn't happen yesterday. And I think that's something that at least
Dude, they were 1 for 29 in the Astros series with runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
Like, you can't win ball games like that, dude. They move Ryan Mountcastle down to the 7 slot today. You know, he's batting under 200 since the All-Star break. I mean, he's been atrocious. He had a 3-run shot off Dylan Cease. Other than that, he hasn't been very good. And obviously, Mike Elias, the GM of the Baltimore Orioles, he's been following me on Twitter because I've been saying for 2.5 weeks, dude, like, why is Ryan Mountcastle batting 4th? Like, there's no reason a dude like that should be batting 4th right now. He's cold, dude. He's an automatic out. Can't have an automatic out batting cleanup. You know,
and I
mean?
think when you bring in, you know, Gunnar, you can have that be a boost, a little shot in the arm for, you know, your offense to really start. Let's go, y'all. And I think that's what they need. And I think that's probably why we're seeing Hall get called up too, because then you have a shot in the arm on both sides of the ball there.
Well, DL did make a start against the Rays, and he wasn't very good.
No, he wasn't. But he's probably going to come in relief now. He's probably not.
No, he's going to be in the bullpen.
Yeah, you know, so that's going to be a little bit of a you know, a good juice to come into the game, especially getting your fans going. Uh-oh, that was a face. That was a face there. We'll get to that. We'll get back to that in a second.
I didn't mean to interrupt, dude.
But you know, you'll be able to get that you know, push in the 5th, 6th inning when you bring in Hall. If you're at home, you know, I know they're in, you know, Cleveland for this series, but if you're at home, that's going to get the fans into the game too.
Yeah,
if you have your top prospect coming in, you know, in a strong part of the game. So, you know, you're going to get offensive firepower from Gunnar. You're going to get, you know, defensive firepower from Hall.
Yep. You
know, this is a good move. It's smart for him to come up right now. And let's see what they're at. 120 games left. So as long as he sticks under 26 games, he will still be
140 at bats. He has to stay under.
Okay. So,
but at this point, it to me at this point, it shouldn't even matter, dude. Sorry, yeah. Okay. I tweeted this out literally right after the Orioles game today. I said the Orioles should call up Gunnar for a shot in the arm for the offense, if not anything else. I know they took 2 of 3 from the Stros, but the offense has looked pretty lethargic the last week, and as proven by Watkins today, I'm not sure the starting pitching success is sustainable.
Yeah.
You know, Elias saw that tweet and he said, "Bro,
call him up."
Yep. You know, well, Jordan was right on Mountcastle. He was right on Austin Hayes. I said that, you know, Hayes was batting 5th for the longest time. He was fucking atrocious. I was like, bro, why is Austin Hayes batting 5th? They move him to 7th. What happens? Boom, my guy goes on a 7-game hit streak.
There you go.
Because sometimes guys need to know, like, yo, this is a business at the end of the day. And, like, your performance is being judged. And sometimes guys get, like, oh, well, I'm the cleanup hitter for a Major League Baseball team. You know what I mean? Nothing can go wrong. Nah, you still got to be held accountable.
Oh, absolutely. You know? And I think one thing we got to look at, too, at least with today's game, is you can't take away what Cal Quantrill did.
No, Cal Quantrill's great. Great pitcher.
He had a hell of a game today. 1 hit, you know, through, what, 8?
No, he was excellent. Yeah. He was excellent. And, you know, that's what this series is going to be. But, I mean, like, you know, the Orioles, they just took 2 or 3 from the Astros. So they know they can compete with the best of the best. I mean, they've already believed this all year, right?
Yeah.
It's just you're running Rougned Odor out there who's batting like 177 on the year. And it's like, yeah, he's a great clubhouse guy. I get it. But it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, he literally, every time he comes to the plate, I'm like, all right, this is an out. Like, I already predict it's going to be an out because it is, you know? And And at second base, it's not like he's a great defensive second baseman. He's made a ton of errors that have cost the Orioles games this year.
Yep.
So it's like, at that point, he's like, why do you not call up the number one prospect? I mean, Gunner's raking AAA, dude.
Yeah.
It's not like he's down there struggling or being mediocre. Like, no, dude, he's literally proved that he is ready to move up to the next level. And you got this guy sitting down there while you trot out this dude. You know, Brandon Hyde wakes up every day, wakes up from his hospital room, hotel room, and he's like, I'm penciling Rougned Odor in there, batting 177 with a fucking 296 OPS. Like, what are we doing, dog? Like, cool. He's a good locker room guy. Keep him on the fucking bench. Yeah. He could be fucking motivation, like an extra coach, basically. Like Udonis Haslam. There's no reason that guy should be playing baseball right now for a team that is in a playoff hunt, man. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, only a game and a half out still of that final wild card.
And at the same time, Ben, it's like if they wait till September call-ups, because if they don't call him up by tomorrow, he's ineligible for the playoffs. So even if they make the playoffs,
it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter because he's not eligible to play. And then at that point, it's like you're in this like rock in a hard place where it's like, okay, you played Gunner all of September and he gets you to the playoffs, but you can't play him in the postseason. And now you got to fucking trot Rougned Odor back out there.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So they have to call him up. They should have called him up 2 weeks ago, dude. I don't give a fuck about the 140 at bats to keep his rookie status to start the Major League Baseball.
You don't,
clock.
but the pocketbooks in Baltimore.
I'm not paying his salary. However, you have to prove to your fan base we want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, they trade Jorge Lopez at the deadline. They trade Trey Mancini. And a lot of people are like, this team isn't serious. Those were good trades. I said it then. I'm saying it now. Those were good trades. But the reason why those were good trades is because you have guys like Gunnar Henderson in AAA and you can call them up.
Yeah. Yep. And when you're, let's see, I'm trying to look at, Minnesota did.
Minnesota won today.
Yeah. And when every team in the race is winning around you, Tampa Bay won today, Seattle won today, Toronto won today, Minnesota won today. You have to win. Yep. You can't be, to be taking losses. I mean, granted, they played a good team, hell of a lot better team than any of the other, teams played.
And that's the other thing too, Miami. Is like Cleveland has to win every game too, because they're in a division race with Minnesota. Minnesota's only 2 games back of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like every game is important to Cleveland as it is to Baltimore, which is why these games mean a lot.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. This is important baseball right now. And we're going to talk about a couple of these games, but we're going to recap some games today. Ben, we got to talk about the Braves, dude. Yeah. I mean, the Mets have a series against the Dodgers. If you're the Braves, you're going into the series against the Rockies. You're like, hey, we sweep this series. We're probably a game back of New York after
at home.
Lose at home 3-2 to the Rockies. Not only that, Ben, who is pitching for the Atlanta Braves?
One of your best starters, Max Fried.
Your best starter, Max Fried. Your ace, Max Fried. This is why you do not bet minus 300 favorites in Major League Baseball.
There you go. Yeah. The 20-42 team won today against the Braves. I mean, there were a couple big upsets, but this one was definitely one of the biggest ones. Was the Rockies beating the Braves?
Oh, it was monumental in the terms of the NL East race.
Yeah.
Because especially if you're the Mets, because you're looking at this like, damn, we got a 3-game series against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Braves have a 3-game series at home against the Rockies. Yeah. At home. They win.
I think.
Go ahead.
Big thing that you're, oh no, they're not Central. I was going to say, big thing is that you got the Brewers who lost today. That's big for San Diego, who's beating up on the Giants. The Giants are beating up on themselves.
The Giants. Real. Well, let's be real, dude. The Giants overperformed last year.
Oh yeah, no, but still, you can't have 4 errors.
Oh, but they've been doing this all year, dude.
Well, I know, not 4 errors.
They're one of the worst defensive teams in baseball this year.
True.
I think they've committed the most errors in all of baseball. Do you have that number?
So I'm looking right now.
If it's not them, they're like top 3 in most errors. I swear to God, dude, they've lost so many games because they fucking make stupid, boneheaded errors.
Let's see.
I feel like my teeth are gonna fall out after drinking this.
They are the worst fielding team in baseball.
Yep. See,
I do not see an error number though.
but they are the
Oh,
worst.
error rate, ERR.
I mean, if they're the worst fielding team, then they probably committed the most errors.
No, I don't think so.
That is one big pile of shit.
White Sox, Nationals.
Oh yeah, the White Sox,
Pirates,
the White Sox outfield is terrible, dude. They got
Tigers.
they got 3 slow dudes out there.
They all have a higher error rate than the Giants.
That's pretty incredible because the Giants are really poor defensively.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got a little off track there, but talking about these playoff races, the Braves, they dropped the ball again.
Huge
Whenever
loss
the
today.
Mets lose, they seem to lose.
Yep.
They have 2 more against the Rockies though. They have to take advantage of this. And like we've talked about this in the last 2 weeks, like these teams that are in these playoff hunts have to take advantage of playing bad teams.
Yep, playing bad teams and then having their counterparts play really good teams. Like Dodgers are going to sweep the Mets. I think it's only a 2-game series though. Dodgers are going to sweep the Mets. But I think it's only a 2-game series here, so you've got to take advantage of that. And
God, dude, this under is gonna fucking.
It's 4-0 still.
It's 4-1 now.
Oh. Let's see. Is it a 2-game or is it a 3-game? Let's see what's happening on Thursday.
It's it should be a 3-game series for the Braves.
Yeah, Braves
Rockies are a 3-game series. So is the Mets Dodgers. It's a 3-game series.
Okay.
Mets have DeGrom pitching tomorrow though, which we're gonna get into. That's one of the games we're gonna break down in a second.
Yeah, Kershaw's back on Thursday. That's right.
Yeah, but dude, he can't stay healthy, bro.
No.
If I'm the Dodgers, like I'm not even counting on him to pitch in the playoffs. Nor probably do I want him to. He's one of the worst.
Well, he's going to be a
pitchers.
relief pitcher.
Yeah, that might be.
That's fine.
Might be better. The Phillies are out here. They lost 2 in a row to the Diamondbacks, Ben.
Yep. That was one of those big losses today. That
Diamondbacks are hot though, dude.
Yeah,
and they're only
the
9,
Diamondbacks,
bro. They're only 9. If they're only 9.5 back, dude, they're basically at the same spot as the Giants. I mean, there is a long shot chance that they can make the playoffs. No, I know there's no real possibility. But if you think about it, dude, they might have the 2 best starters of all those teams vying for a playoff spot, in Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen, 34 and a third innings pitched, 0 runs in his last 34 and a third innings.
Yep.
I mean, they honestly, and they've called up Corbin. What's his last name? The rookie that they just called up, who's been fucking balling.
Carroll.
Corbin Carroll. They just called up Corbin Carroll. Alec Thomas is up. Perdomo's up. Like, they have a lot of good young talent on that team, dude. Yep. That's a night. Like, heading into next year, the Diamondbacks, the Royals, the Orioles, and the Cubs are like 4 teams to look out for next year. A lot of good young talent on those teams. And they're all playing well right now.
Yep.
Orioles playing better than all of them.
Another big loss today was St. Louis losing to the Reds.
Yeah.
It was a little surprising there.
It was surprising that they lost today instead of last night because teams coming off of Sunday night having to travel were 0-8 on the season.
Yep.
Until St. Louis won last night, made it 1-8.
Pirates beating the Brewers 4-2 today.
The Pirates own the Brewers, Ben. 4-1 in their last 5 against the Brewers. They even beat Corbin Burns twice in those 5 games.
Yep.
They just there's something about the Pirates, dude. They absolutely own the Brewers this year, dude. And I've been saying this for a couple of weeks, man. The Brewers, this is the end of the road for them. They're gonna blow this team up in the offseason and kind of reset.
They just need them to get that last wild card spot over San Diego. So,
man, so highly unlikely, dude.
It's gonna happen.
San Diego just has too much talent, bro.
Yeah, that's what we said about a lot of teams. So
Yeah, but I mean, like, those other teams don't have Juan Soto and Manny Machado. I don't care about the White Sox, dude. The White Sox don't have two guys. They don't have five guys equivalent to those two guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just different. And honestly, like, the Padres get a good starting performance tonight from Blake Snell. It's like, when they get good starting pitching, they do well.
Yeah.
But that's their weakness, obviously. And then they obviously can't throw fucking Josh Hader out there at any point in a meaningful baseball game right now.
It's no lie. That is no lie.
He's not doing very good. Should we hop into these games for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we really don't have much movement at all. You know, in our wild card, you've still got
Well, Toronto
Baltimore
wins. Baltimore
a
loses.
game and a half back, and Milwaukee game and a half back. So
My Orioles to make the playoffs, man.
yeah,
It's hanging on by a thread, and Minnesota 3 games back of the wild card now too. Baltimore's got to get going, dude. I was very nervous about this Guardians series heading into this.
I mean, we're still at 127 games.
I mean, there's
You
a
got
month of
37
baseball,
games.
but you gotta
37 games.
you
Left.
gotta handle business, dude.
Yeah.
You know, you can't rely on everything else, and you're playing a team right now in the Guardians that are in the playoff hunt too. Like, you take care of business in those games, you're more likely to make
True.
the playoffs.
True. They've got a lot of games against Tampa Bay, a lot of games against Toronto. Those are the ones that you have to win.
Have to win.
Yep.
I can't wait for those Toronto series and such.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, Ben, let's talk about some games tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the first one, let's talk about the Dodgers and Mets.
Okay.
So right now, projected starters: Jacob deGrom, Tyler Anderson. Jacob deGrom has a 2.15 ERA, 3-1 on the year. Tyler Anderson 2.69 ERA, 13-2 on the year. Dodgers right now, plus 128. Dogs on the money line, on the run line plus 1.5, but they're minus 186 on that plus 1.5, and then the over under is at 6.5 right now.
Yeah,
juice to the over minus 120. Under 6.5 plus 102. What's your thoughts here on this game here?
Wait, hold on a sec. Dodgers are dogs here?
Yeah, plus 128. DeGrom's pitching.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna. Oh, I know DeGrom's pitching, but I mean DeGrom has been a little bit of a question mark against good teams this year. I mean, I guess the only good teams that he's played is Atlanta. But I mean, going into Colorado, going into Philly, going into Washington, at Washington versus Philly versus Colorado, he pitched well. Versus Atlanta at Atlanta, he did not. So seeing that high-powered offense scares me a little bit here. And then you got Tyler Anderson, who's been pitching very well, minus the San Francisco game, minus the Kansas City game. You know, two teams that aren't really that great of offenses. So you come in and you play those high power offenses, you get a good start out of that. And I think that's what we're going to see, in LA versus New York tomorrow. So I'm going to go first. My first initial look at this is first 5 under and plus a half a run towards LA.
So I like the Dodgers here plus money.
Yeah,
for value purposes, only because the Mets against left
money line instead of half a run.
Yeah. The New York Mets against left-handed pitching since the All-Star break at home, 119 WRC plus, which is 19 over league average, which is, it's not bad, it's not great. They're right around the middle, but at the same time, the Dodgers against right-handed pitching on the road, 120 WRC plus in the same amount of time. Also, the Mets haven't been, their lineup all year, Ben, to me, has been a very questionable lineup. And they've been one of the more lucky lineups because they have one of the highest average on balls in play, which usually means that's a lot of luck because it's a lot of infield singles. You know what I mean? Batting 285 on balls in play, which is significantly high.
Yeah.
In the last 14 days, in the last 2 weeks, the Mets 107 WRC plus, so they're basically 7 above average. It's just, to me, it's just not a good lineup, dude. It has question marks. Yes, they have Polar Bear Pete. Yes, they have Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
But around them, it's been a lot of up and down. Like Brandon Nimmo's not playing as well now. Mark Canha's kind of been struggling a little bit. Starling Marte's been really up and down all year. I just don't love this lineup.
Yeah.
I also don't love this bullpen between starter to Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz, best reliever in baseball this year, hands down. But you have to get from DeGrom to Diaz, and DeGrom hasn't been able to get into 7 innings all year. And the Dodgers, they knocked around Sandy Alcantara.
All year, August. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's only pitched this month.
Only pitched 5 games.
He's obviously not stretched out. He wasn't able to go deep into 7 against the Braves.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are a similar team to the Braves. They have a good lineup, dude. This is a good team.
Great offensive team. That's hitting really well. I mean, you look at the month of August, they're batting 282.
Yeah.
Even coming out of July, batting 275. Like this offense.
And they knocked around Alcantara. They knocked around who's the other guy from the Mariners? Marlins. Edward. Oh my God, dude! Why can I not think of his name? Edward. I'll get it.
I don't know my pitcher, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh my God! Why can I not think about this guy? Edward Cabrera.
Okay.
Edward Cabrera, who's been dynamic. Oh my God, these fucking Giants, dog. They're really gonna fucking blow this shit.
I mean, the Mets have definitely pushed up their offensive firepower here, and these slates, last month and a half, but not against lefties. And I think that's something that you really have to push into into account here. They're betting 28 points less against lefties than they are against righties this year, and that's
since the All-Star break. They're 11th in WRC plus against left-handed pitching, dude.
Yeah.
321 WOBA, which is like even lower than that. Let me see where they're 13th in weighted on base percentage.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a team that's average against lefties. They're not great. They're not bad. They're just meh.
Yeah, and you have to be great if you're going to beat a Dodgers team.
Absolutely. You have to, dude. That's a great baseball team.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm with you on I think you don't worry about that plus half a run. You just take the money line for the first 5, which is going to give you plus odds there too. And, I'd probably take that money line, for a whole game.
I wish I could see who the umpires are tomorrow, but
it's those until
it's not updated yet. They won't tell us till tomorrow.
And really, if you want that kind of what's the right word for it? That padding, then put that plus 1.5 on the money line. Or I'm sorry, on the value line there. Yeah, you're at minus 180.
This is a team that should be able to beat DeGrom. Like, this is a team that has World Series aspirations.
Oh, absolutely.
DeGrom's not going to pitch 9 innings, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he might shut him down for 4 or 5 innings. But the Dodgers, they're a good first 5 team. They're one of the top 3 teams in first 5 runs scored. They've knocked around the NL Cy Young, Sandy Alcantara. They've knocked around Edward Cabrera. They've knocked around some of the best pitchers in baseball all year. So they can do it.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking at the starting pitching matchup and you're saying, okay, well, I like DeGrom's a better pitcher than Tyler Anderson. No shit. Like, okay.
Well, cool. I mean, you look at what Anderson did, though, when he pitched against the Mets. Went 6 innings, only allowed 3 hits, no runs.
Yeah, because the Mets don't hit lefties well.
Yeah.
They have since then added Darren Ruff, though, who does hit lefties well. But at the same time, like, they haven't hit lefties well since adding Darren Ruff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like the Dodgers money line here It's probably one of my best bets of the day.
Yep.
To be honest, at plus money.
Yeah, plus
the
money.
only concerning thing though is the Dodgers are 0-2 as underdogs this year, which is a little concerning.
No, I'm not worried about that.
And 0-2 this year as underdogs. All right, let's look at this.
1-3 as a dog.
1-3. Their one win was against Corbin Burns, I think, and one of their losses was against Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the another big playoff implication matchup, and that's the Orioles and Guardians tomorrow. Ben, that's definitely not the right pitching matchup.
Yeah, Jordan Lyles versus Tristan McKenzie.
Jordan Lyles, Tristan McKenzie.
Lyles coming in at 9-9 this season with a 4.45 ERA. Tristan McKenzie 9-10 with a 3.17 ERA. Both around that 145 to 147 innings pitched.
Yeah, McKenzie's been good of late though.
Yeah.
His last start, I don't think he was that good.
His last 3 starts, Toronto, Chicago, and Seattle.
They're all quality starts though. 6 and 3 earnings, that's quality start. 7-2 earned, that's quality start. So Houston, he pitched 8 innings, had I think he had like 11 strikeouts in that game, which was pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
He's been a solid guy in the second half of the season, and he throws a fastball 56% of the time, and the Orioles are not a good fastball hitting team. Really, the only good players hitting fastballs on that roster is Santander and Adley Rutschman.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, that's gone, dude. Oh, it's not. Thank you to the San Francisco cool breeze blowing that ball back in. Machado looked like he fucking smacked that. Woo! That's why I love Oracle Park, baby.
Here we go. All
right, so back to this game.
Yeah.
The Orioles don't hit fastball pitching very well, which is concerning.
Mm-hmm.
And the Guardians are one of the lowest strikeout teams in all of baseball, Ben. So it's going to be very imperative for Jordan Lyles to stay in the zone because, watching this game tonight, Spencer Watkins perfect through 3 innings, but he only threw 1 first pitch strike out of those first 9 batters.
Mm-hmm.
What the Guardians really did the second time through the lineup was they forced him to throw strikes and didn't swing out of the zone. And they started knocking him around, scored 5 runs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be imperative for Jordan Lyles to get ahead in counts and make the Guardians hit your pitch, which Jordan Lyles can do. He's been known to do. He's also been known to get knocked around a little bit.
Yeah.
I do, however, I think with the minus 175 on Tristan McKenzie and the Guardians, way too much for me to lay, dude. No chance I'm laying minus 175. There's no chance I'm laying minus 1.5 runs either because the Guardians don't score a ton of runs. And the Orioles have one of the best bullpens in baseball. So if the Orioles have a lead going into the 7th inning, it's basically over.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I think the smart play here for me is taking Orioles plus 1.5.
Okay.
I think that's the smart play. What's the odds on that?
Orioles plus 1.5.
Minus 145.
Yeah.
That's good value in my opinion.
Yep. I'm gonna look at I'm with you on the your look at the VIGs for money line here. There's not great value there.
Well, it's not just not great value. You want to lay minus 175 on Tristan McKenzie?
No.
I think I like Tristan McKenzie. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
But that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Especially against another playoff caliber team, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at kind of what has happened in the last few starts. I'm looking at what has happened. Jordan Lyles hasn't pitched against Cleveland this year. Tristan McKenzie has pitched against Baltimore and did get repped up there. So looking at that, looking at what both Lyles and McKenzie have done over the last really 5 games, I'm going to be looking at the first 5 over here. It's sitting at 4. And the
Orioles have not been swinging the sticks.
The Orioles have not been swinging the sticks here, but I think we are going to be getting a big boost with Gunnar, and if he doesn't get the start, I think that's really just going to push the offense.
Baltimore's fifth in runs scored in the last 5 innings. Cleveland is actually worse than or they're tied for third worst, 2 runs per game in their last 5 in their last 3.
Yeah, well, these pitchers haven't been starting here. You've got McKenzie, who's given up 12 runs in his last 5 starts. You've given that was Lyles, who's given up 12 in the last 5 starts. There we go. McKenzie, who's given up 12 in their last 5 starts. So these are two pitchers that do give up runs, against some decent and some not decent.
But you also have to consider Jordan Lyles in one of those starts he gave up all those runs. He gave up like 7 runs to the Red Sox. So he gave up 12 in his last 5. He gave up 7 in one start.
No, he gave up 4.
Okay, 4 out of 12 in 5 starts. So you gave up 2 or less.
4 against Tampa Bay, 4 against Boston, 1 in Chicago, 2 against Toronto, 1 against Texas. All I need is 2, though. I need 2 coming from Baltimore. I need 2 coming from Cleveland. I think we can get that.
It's a bold play.
I'm going first 5 over 4. Full games at 8. You might even get it at 3.5.
I don't hate it. I don't.
I mean, the sticks have to. I mean, they have to start going at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they got
the previous games too. I mean, 9 runs, 5 runs, 6 runs.
Yeah, the big problem is like you got Ryan Mountcastle who's struggling. I mean, you got a lot of guys that are just struggling right now in that lineup. So, dude, I mean, I don't hate it.
Yep.
I just hate betting overs for Cleveland because, they're a team that loves 3-1 games. Like that's their steez, dude. Like imagine if you had the over today, dude. There were 6 runs scored in the first 5 and they didn't score any the rest of the game.
Cleveland at home, 27, 28, and 2, hitting the over. So they need to make that 50%.
All right.
Let's go, y'all.
Let's get some best bets for tomorrow then, Ben. We just talked about 2 games right there.
Yep.
What do you like?
I think my best bet for tomorrow is going to be that plus money on LA. I don't think you can get any better than that. I know that LA has been the dog 4 times this year and they're 1-3. But I think when you've got Tyler Anderson on the hill, you're going to get a good start out of him. He's played against the Mets well. The Mets don't hit lefties well, so I think you can really push that. And I mean, for good measure. No, I won't make it the best bet just because you're not 100% on it. So
what, the over 4?
Yeah.
I mean,
like
if you like it, do it.
I really do like it.
Yeah.
I think it's got great value there. Sitting at minus 105. You're almost getting double your money back. So
yeah. Nah, if you like it, dude. I mean, it's not like you have a bad handicap on it. It's logical, you know what I mean?
Sure.
My best bet tomorrow, I'm going to go Baltimore Orioles plus 1.5 at minus 145. This is a little bit more than I like to lay, to be honest, but I do think that this is going to be a close game. I do think that, the Orioles bullpen, both these bullpens are very nice. All the runs scored today were in the first 5. No runs scored after that. I expect it to be a much closer game. I expect the Orioles they're the most profitable team on the run line for a reason. So I like it plus 1.5. I'm also going to take the Dodgers money line as well at plus 128. I just think it's too good a value for a team that struggles against left-handed pitching. They've been struggling for the last couple of weeks, to be honest, against good teams, Ben. And I know DeGrom is on the mound, and I know DeGrom is one of the best pitchers in the world, but he did struggle against the Braves. The Dodgers are a very similar good lineup, and I know the Dodgers are going into this matchup. They're hungry, dude, because they want to prove to the world that they can beat guys like DeGrom. So give me the Dodgers money line plus 128 on the road in New York. I like it.
Dodgers are hot. Yep. All right. So before we go, you made a horrible face drinking your your Mountain Dew hard over there, and mentioned that you're gonna have diabetes after this show. So,
Well, first of all, it's zero sugar, and I think that's what caught me off guard.
Yeah,
it really tastes like Diet Mountain Dew, dude.
Okay, there we go.
That's what
Fake
it tastes
sugar,
like.
So
It's
5%, right?
what is it? I don't know. It's 5%.
Okay.
I mean, it's interesting, bro. It literally tastes like Mountain Dew, but like
Yeah.
a diet version.
Yep.
With alcohol. I mean, it's cool. How was yours? Yours
mine's
probably better.
Mine's really good. Yeah, mine's really good. Do you remember that Country Time lemonade?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's exactly what it tastes like to me. So I'm happy with it.
I'm gonna crack open the Baja Blast one real quick so we can give a
see
live
how
review.
it is. Yep.
It smells like Baja Blast.
Here we go.
Tastes like Diet Baja Blast.
It's all that diet, huh? It's all that fake sugar stuff, huh?
I guess I don't know. I don't know how they make it. Says zero sugar on it, dude.
Yeah, it's probably what is it, aspartame or like it's got some fake sugar in it. It has to.
I gotta probably read the box, dude. I can't fucking read. They can, but it's interesting, man.
There we go. I'm still gonna keep an eye out for it. I need to find it. So
yeah, we gotta do it. I was gonna do a bet. Well, I'm gonna do one for tomorrow for college football on Thursday. And if the team wins, I'm gonna pound like 3 of these shotgun.
Oh, good lord, your fucking poor head on Friday, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Hangover.
Content matters, Ben. Content matters.
Hangover.
We gotta do
it's
some.
It's gonna be a horrible hangover.
We gotta get some content.
Let's go, y'all.
Want to thank y'all for joining us. Great show tonight. Hope we gave you guys some information. Tail us, fade us, whatever you do. You can follow us on Twitter at Jordan Rules TSP. Ben is not on Twitter, but you can follow us at Taproom_sports. You can follow us on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. Follow us on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search Taproom Sports Podcast Network. Subscribe, like, because the more subscribers we get, we can actually have a fucking link for once.
Yep.
So make sure to do that. Go to Devour.com and download the Devour app, or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your couch. That's 2 free beers we're giving you. Promo code Taproom. Do it. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson,
it's me.
Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Lats. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a blessed Wednesday. Let's get this money, baby.